This is a beast. This is a beast, 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 beast. For music, Never Settle by YLM. I need to get some kind of music library so I can build up. Something like Inception. That was an awesome soundtrack, was it not? That sounds more like something from WWE 1996, but bear with me, huh? This is huge. Legit huge. It's bigger than the screen of the FiiO. Or it's the same size. It's a little bit wider. It's a device that's... this is a 720 IP screen. Right here. In my hand. This is the Pro. Just confirmation. Little Pro on the corner there. We've got USB-C. Some people are happy right there. USB-C, yo. A little bit faster for you. We've got a USB DAC, separate USB-C. We've got a gain button, so you can select 3 or 4 steps of gain, and it looks like it's showing me 3.49 volt right up at the top right there. That's what it looks like. And then you're thinking, what's that screen? Or you weren't thinking that. There's the power button right there. There's the volume. This thing's really nice, you guys. Play, fast forward. I'm sorry, that would be rewind. Play, pause, next, or fast forward. Depends on the app. You can hold these buttons down and it'll fast forward through the track that you're currently on. So I say that when I usually do these. You've got that DAC button. Let me go ahead and hold that down for a second. And then we got volume. So if I change the volume, you can see it. If I push this gain, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's like gain 2, gain 3, gain 4. It's a very potent device. That's why it's kind of thick. Go back to gain 1. Let's leave it at gain 2. And then for filter, I've got six built-in filters with the AK 4499 or 4490. I'll go ahead and check with that later. Filter 4, 5, 6. And keep it on filter 1. This thing is a boss. Oh, and line out, coaxial, then regular 3.5, and then balance 4.4. It's got really everything. And if you're thinking, I don't have 4.4, that's okay. It comes with an adapter for 3.5 to 4.4. Now you're not going to enjoy the typical benefits of balance, but the real benefit of balance actually is the power output is increased. So perhaps that is doable. I'm not really sure. This is definitely doable. This is a 2.5 to a 4.4. These alone are quite cool. I like these a lot. And then you've got your coaxial cable, and these are decent cables. They seem very audiophilish in their build quality. Quite nice. This is the nicest quality Chinese DAP that I've received that isn't like named FiiO or one of the brands that you've heard of before. It seems to really have everything. I've got FiiO Player loaded on it right now because I'm familiar with using it so much because I'm using the FiiO right now. So I'm used to that right there. It's a big one. That's a big screen right there. The FiiO is too, but this one is as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then I'm going to get over on the desk and take a look at the website so we can get some exact specs for this. And until then, Okay. And the instruction manual does come in Chinese and also English. It's got a glass protector on it. It's got indicator. Got the manual basically in English. So you're good to go as far as that. There's some Chinese ones where you really got to go by the seat of your pants. This one actually, and this was on the outside. This is the data charging cable. White, I guess, jumps out at you so you don't, I don't know. The black would be cool since everything else was black, but who cares? Really, 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 not me. We'll put that back in there, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the website. For music, never settle by YinLvMei. I agree. Don't settle. Don't settle. Why settle? There's so many people out there that want your money. Make them work for it. And I'm out, but not really out. Like I'm out of this part of the video, and then I'm into the next part of the video. So I'm out. Part 1. Okay. So apparently this company is called YinLvMei. YinLvMei. That's what it says right there. And looking at this again a little bit closer, it's album art. It's got 3 gigs, so it's pretty much on par with the M11 as far as the way it's a very snappy device. It's very, very potent. I'll do a full review for this one. Like I did with the H8 recently, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it moves quite fast, and it's got all the stuff I expect, including 4.4 plus some stuff that I wouldn't expect, like this little extra. That's very cool. I dig that a lot. Let me put this over here for a second. I don't want any of that. No, that's not. We're like going down. This is the one we're at right here. I don't think there's anything beyond this. A1? Is the A1 like the big one? 4497, the A2. 4499 on the M400. 4497 on the A2. Let's go ahead and click this. If you're Chinese, you're reading much better than I can. Looks like AKM, AK4497-2. So we got 2 chips. It looks like APA 1612. IPS 720p, OLED, PGA 4311, USB SA9 227. 4.4, 32-bit, DSD256, 6.0 can go to 8.1, 6,000 mAh battery, CNC. Now, here's one issue. It's got something on it called Viper Hi-Fi, I think it's called, and it's really cool looking, but it's all in Chinese. So I guess this is probably talking about the fact that it's got dual AK4497, also Panasonic, and then APA. If you're Chinese, please help out if you can. Much appreciation. ASA12 200% 4-core. A2 3 gigabytes plus 32 gig internal storage. That's not very much. I'm okay with that. I like the 3 gigs. Here's the detailed 6.0 to 8.1, 2 versions, or they say you can go from this to that. Not sure. Basically 5-inch screen, IPS, 3 gigs RAM, ROM, Wi-Fi 2.5 or 5G, Bluetooth 4.2, not 5.0. USB DAC. It's running a separate pathway for running this in DAC mode. And here's the only sadness about this whole thing. When I first got this, I started to look at this Viper Hi-Fi, and I was like, God damn, that is dope. And there's no way to change the language. And then I got on the internet, somebody asked about it, and sometimes Chinese get the awesome stuff. In this case, that player looks really, really, really dope with insane level settings that sadly you can only use if you're Chinese. And apparently this is something that's popular in China. And like 10% of the audiophile community in China probably is as large as the rest of the world, just because of the population. And the massive growing middle class. People are going to say, the rich are getting richer. But until that, vice, where it's all rich people or all poor people, there's still a lot of middle class people, and that means a lot of people buying stuff like this. Output times 2 USB, PCM, DSD, 4.2 volts RMS, or 8.4 volts RMS, THD 0.0007, 0.0006, Type C. Weight is 306 grams, battery 6,000 mAh. It's the finest, most advanced I know K and I know YinLvMei, so I know FiiO and Low too. And all the other companies are kind of like trying to, and to some success because they're unique in there. But this is pretty much just like FiiO. It looks like it in hand with like a couple extra little tweaks and a larger battery, I'm pretty sure. And it's kind of unique. It's unique and it's modern at the same time. You know what I mean? Like all these kind of unique DAPs that are coming out, and you're like, I don't need screen space, all I want is good quality sound. Apparently these people have done both, and they've got great sound, and they've got, I'll do a review on that. Having listened to it for about 30 minutes, I was quite impressed. First thing it reminded me of was Astel & Kern SE100. Seemed to have weight to the notes, but I just hit the mic right there, sorry. Like it just keeps going in the treble. DAPs have like colors and tones. They don't really have like recessed mids or elevated treble. In rare cases, the Opus number 3 and a couple Astels. This has got this seems to present, if you follow what I'm saying, I thought that the mojo was kind of something that was really organic and rich and didn't seem to be going too far on either ends, like the sub bass or the treble. Perception, because of the detail that seemed to be like right in front of you, where the iFi IDSD Nano seemed to be like a thinner playback, but just all around you. It's like, it's a weird placebo of how that little tone, that it's kind of fascinating. So I always thought iFi stuff sounded really, really big in the presentation, or the IDSD Nano, maybe the Micro too. This is something that plays really big, but it's got meat on the bone. It's really, really interesting, and I'm going to do a full review for it because it's the combo that I've been waiting for. Everything that the new players are doing, which is the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the Play Store, it comes with don't want to go into there. Let me just get out of there. It comes with Play Store on it right here, so it's ready to go pretty much. You don't have to do any side loading or do any of that stuff that you have to do with some other players. They're ready to go. I downloaded FiiO Music and also Power Amp, and this is the Viper Hi-Fi. Let me show you this real quick. So if I go into the Hi-Fi, it's giving me some stuff. It's that like geek in me is like, oh, What is that? Oh, what, what, what if I did that one? I did that one.